Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win in life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to get like got time to feel the red pill. I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel?
Mic check.
How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Good to see you all. Who have we got in here? We got out to lunch first, only because you have low life. Don't worry about it, out to lunch, neither do I. Donald, how you going? Renee, how you going? It's hotter than hell in here in Tennessee. I can't believe I'm actually looking forward to winter, lol. Oh, it's winter here in Australia. It's nice and cool, but not too cold where I am, so it's just really nice. Deb, how you going? Kai, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Bazar, how you doing? Oh, God love yous. Jake, how you going? Good to see you. Donald. Oh, whoa. See that? Look at your screen. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. J1, Jennifer, Cassandra, Paul. Good to see you guys. Okay. We've got a little bit of news. We're going to update and more updates afterwards. Has X changed? Why is this history bookmarks like? I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's continue. Eric Doherty said, laugh my ass off. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. just revealed this about President Trump's diet. When you get on his airplane, it's just boxes and boxes of McDonald's. Okay, what do we think of McDonald's? President Trump actually eats really good food most of the time, but when he's travelling, he likes to eat food from national chains because he's scared of getting food poisoning. Ooh. If he buys from a little local place, he's scared that it'll have some contaminant in it. And he is a germaphobe, apparently, Donald J. Trump. But when he's at Mar-a-Lago, when he's at the White House, that's the best food. It's all fresh produce. It's a lot of his locally sourced. So he's eating good food most of the time. Question, do you ever whisper to him, hey, I'm trying to fix things. This isn't helping. RFK said, no, I'm not a scold. Oh, my goodness. Well, there you go. He loves Maccas, but he does eat fillet of fishes, doesn't he? It's a bit hard to imitate. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Is it hard to imitate fish? Oh, I don't know. I don't trust McDonald's, but maybe, I don't know. You never know. We could be wrong. Nick Sautor said just now, while on the tarmac at Joint Andrews Base, President Trump walked up to the press with a printed article showing the sharpest prescription drop in 60 years. Way to go. He also had a printout bragging about 15 months straight of zero releases at the border. Are you impressed? Is anybody impressed? Oh, you are. Let's have a listen. Oh.
Does everybody know Caroline? She's with us? The headline today is exactly that. Can you see it? It said prescription drug prices record sharpest drop in more than 60 years.
Drug prices, okay. Prescription prices, that's what he was talking about.
Okay, got it. Everybody have it? And I told you that was going to happen. The second headline is this. Says Trump administration marks 15 straight months with zero border releases as apprehensions plunged 94%. In other words, the border, and that means for 15 straight months we had zero people crossing the border. Are you impressed? Is anybody impressed? You are.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I'll give you the first question, therefore. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anybody? I have a lot of things that are happening, a lot of good things. The economy is doing unbelievably from the standpoint of Wall Street. We just set another record, as you know. It's 80 times where we're the best market in history. And that's good for 401ks, and it's good for a lot of things, but it's great for 401ks and jobs. I always say it's great for 401ks and jobs. So we hit number 80 record. So 80 days out of a short 1.5 years. We have a record stock market. 401ks have set a new record. And you take a look at the border, 15 months, zero people coming through our southern border. Pretty amazing. And drug prices, again. Prescription drug prices down more than at any time over 60 years. Okay, what else do I have to say?
The press are never impressed with Trump, unfortunately. One of them was, apparently. God love him. I just wanted to hear him say, are you impressed? Is anybody impressed? You are. Oh. Eric Doherty said, update, leftists are panicking after President Trump dropped this response to suggestions he'd declare a national emergency to secure our elections until the Save America Act is law. Root, you have the right to declare a national security emergency for the elections. The Supreme Court ruled in 1983 that if you declare, they can't challenge it. It can only be overturned by 2/3 of a vote of both houses of Congress. If you do this in the next month, we'll get photo ID, proof of citizenship, and a limit to mail-in ballots. Trump said, stranger things have happened. I'll leave it at that. There you go. Oh, he's got plans. He has plans. Let me tell you. I'm just constantly sipping on water so that I don't start coughing. Hopefully today will be better than yesterday. The Vigilant Fox said RFK Jr. I talked to Dana White. He said that he's never seen President Trump drink water. Host cracks up. RFK Jr. said he just drinks Diet Coke, but he's got more energy than anybody I've ever met. Host said Trump, when he's on the road, he's like, I want McDonald's. RFK Jr. said, I don't know how they do it, but when you get on his airplane, there's just boxes and boxes of McDonald's. More on the McDonald's. The host said, wow, I thought it was a joke. RFK Jr. said, no, it's no joke. Host, could you ever whisper to him like, hey, I'm trying to correct some things in this country. This is not helping us, or do you leave that alone? And then he said, no, I mean, look, I'm not like a scold. RFK Jr. said there's some people that can just eat anything and they're called super agers. I think President Trump is one of those. What exactly does that mean? He ages well? He can eat anything? No, but he does eat. Normally he eats good food. It's only when he's travelling, which seems to be a lot, so I don't know. Joe Rogan once called Trump a genuine freak for how well he functions at 80 on a diet that would wreck most people. I think something else is coming. One of his guests, Palmer Luckey, said the rumours that Trump only gets 4 hours of sleep a night are true. He's got that old man no sleep power without getting all of the downsides. I think it's very, very interesting. And I'm wondering why and how. That's what I'm wondering at the moment. I think there's something more behind that. I'm just going to leave it to your imagination whether it's something to fix everything inside us or whether he's, I don't know, somewhere else, from somewhere else. I don't know. You can make up your own mind. I tend to think that there's something he knows that we don't about health. Bridget Gabriel said, breaking, President Trump just sounded the alarm that jihadists are being elected nationwide. He's right. People like Abdul al-Sayed must lose resoundingly. No more soft language, no more pretending this is normal politics. America first means rejecting the people who want to dismantle America. And they're right. America first means not voting for people who don't come from your country, I believe. Same as Australian politics. I actually think if you don't have a few generations, you probably shouldn't run. But anyway, it's just my opinion, you know. The Persistent says, oh my gosh, Paula Copenhaver won. After a recount in Indiana state Senate race, Trump-endorsed Republican Paula Copenhaver defeated a lawmaker that refused to redraw congressional maps. 7 out of 8 Indiana state senators lost. Paula won by 3 votes. Every vote counts. Okay, so did they recounted? After a recount, yes. They found out that this lady won. So you got to be careful. I think recounting all of them is a great idea. That's what I was thinking, menacing. Trump is an alien. If you think Trump's an alien, well, there, good on you. I don't know. I think he's found something. The fountain of youth, who knows? Quantum Guard said, holy crap, Secretary Marco Rubio just cancelled the legal status of slain Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani's family members that live in the US. They're now in ICE custody, pending deportation. This should have happened a long time ago. Long overdue, thank you, Marco Rubio. Until recently, Hamedeh Soleimani Afshar and her daughter were green card holders living lavishly in the United States. Afshar is the niece of deceased Iranian Major General Qasem Soleimani. She's also an outspoken supporter of the Iranian regime who celebrated attacks on Americans and referred to our country as the Great Satan. This week I terminated both Afshar and her daughter's legal status, and they're now in ICE custody pending removal from the United States. The Trump administration will not allow our country to become a home for foreign nationals who support anti-American terrorist regimes. And that's the way, and that's how it should be. He's only fixing what was broken. And here you go, menacing. And who else? Sherry. And anyone else I've forgotten to mention? Margot. Just making sure I'm saying hello to everyone, guys. Sorry. Can't help myself. Okay, Storm News said breaking. Trump says he's ordering 300 National Guard troops to Illinois. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation. With 20 reportedly killed and 75 shot in 2.5 weeks. Oh, my God. He says we're going in. Oh, way to go. That's the way to do it. So I like a powerful man, Tell it like it is. Let's do this. Real Roberts said bombshell memos released by FBI Director Kash Patel and obtained by King Solomon. Christopher Wray was running a terrorist organisation. Chris Wray made more than $150,000 in payments to anti-Trump, anti-Republican radicals and members of the sedition hunters as paid confidential human sources to gather intelligence, hunt down Americans and analyse video surveillance of the January 6th staged Capitol riot. Wait, it gets worse. Some of those bribed confidential human sources were foreigners. In other words, the J6 videotapes were released to foreigners but not to Americans. And the British government is complicit in the attempted overthrow of the US government in 2016. Does anyone remember me reading out yesterday the Italian government intelligence agencies? Now, the British government... Oh, wait, this is going to go round the world. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Australia's involved as well. We have an Australian involved, Alexander Downer. I wonder if Canada's slipped in there somewhere too. What do you think, Menacing? Okay, Ryan Daly said breaking a photo has emerged of PM Anthony Albanese. Listen to this, our Prime Minister here in Australia. Standing shoulder to shoulder and smiling broadly with an alleged prostitute serial killer, Simon Carman. It's alleged Carman had been working for Labor at numerous events and fundraisers. He's a serial killer. And he's been found working for Labor at numerous events and fundraisers. Hello, Australia. Do we get it? Which beggars the question, do Labor's values align with child-killing serial killer? Child now. I thought he said alleged prostitutes. So he's calling them prostitutes. They were children, apparently. I don't know. I'm just reading what I'm reading. As Albanese famously said when Scott Morrison was photographed with Donald Trump, it's the company you keep. Yeah, it's not looking good, no. And this is not a good look for Anthony Albanese or Labor. Remember this at the ballot box. This guy is apparently, I don't know for sure, I don't know who he is, apparently a serial killer with children or prostitutes or both. I don't know. It's crazy. And look, Anthony Albanese is smiling his head off next to this guy. Serial killer. Huh. That's not good. Grandpa's free advice said Trump's trade bomb, deficit crashes, $100 billion. US trade deficit has just collapsed from $136 billion to $29.4 billion, the lowest in nearly 20 years. CNBC anchors were left stunned, forced to admit Trump and Scott Bessent were right the whole time. Reagan-level results, America first, economics delivering. The globalist free trade scam just got exposed. Share this, the media won't. Jobs are up.
Up. This is unreal.
Up.
The movement in this number. Minus 29.4 billion. We cut it basically in half. Just consider this. In March, it was 136 billion. Right now, it's a whisker under 30 billion. We haven't been that small in a long time. I don't have enough records here to go back that far, but you're going back a ways. And here's the news on why it moved lower. Go up. This is unreal.
There you go. I don't know. How you going, Brett? Good to see you. But even CNBC had to report on it. Okay, Quantum Guard said Barack Obama was just spotted again in London, UK, leaving his recently purchased multi-million-dollar home. The Obamas not only recently purchased this home in the UK, they've also moved a large chunk of their assets into the country. With a federal indictment of Barack Obama related to his leadership role in Russiagate said to be dropping at the beginning of the new year, this begs the obvious question. Are the Obamas planning to make a run for it and become fugitives from justice under the protection of a Liberal government in the UK, whose leader they have a close personal relationship with? The answer is even more obvious. That's exactly what they're planning to do. Barack Obama is going to try to escape justice as he's done his entire life. He's a clear and present flight risk, and it's long past time for the Trump admin to seize his passport and put him under 24/7 surveillance until a grand jury returns an indictment in the Southern District of Florida. President Trump needs to communicate to Prime Minister Keir Starmer that any attempt to harbour Obama in the UK will result in swift and harsh sanctions on our so-called ally. Arrest Obama now before it's too late. It's not Keir Starmer anymore, is it? Burnham, is it? In the UK? In England? I think something else is going on here. What if, right? Because he's personal friends with, close friends with someone in the government, right? Now, if he's indicted and this starts going worldwide, our governments may collapse, the current ones. I'm talking to you, Canada, I'm talking to you, UK, and I'm talking to Australia. Our governments, if they're involved, are going to collapse. Then I think there'll be emergency elections, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. I really don't know what's going on. But when I was reading this, I felt like shouting out during this when he said the Liberal government in the UK, whose leader they have a close personal relationship with. And that makes me think. It really does. Are our governments going to collapse? Okay, it's interesting. Oh, why did I put Charlie Ward in here? Oh, because it was Trump. Okay, well, listen to Trump. I'm just going to listen to Trump. I'm not going to believe Charlie Ward, sorry.
Mr. President, the Iranian government threatened a bunch of U.S. companies today in the region, including Google, Apple.
With what? What did they threaten them with? BB guns? Or
well, that's
they don't have much left to threaten.
My question for you is, are you...
I don't know. I mean, what are they... You made a statement. What did they threaten them with? I don't know. Tell me, how did they threaten them?
Well, all I know is that they threatened them, sir.
What does that mean?
Fair enough.
They said something nasty?
Is the government in touch with these companies? Are you helping to backstop them?
You don't even know what the threat was. What was the threat? I haven't heard it. What was the threat? Did they say they're going to blow them up? They're going to hit them? They're not. You know what they're not going to do? They're not going to hit them with a nuclear weapon. Yeah.
Is this something you're concerned about, sir?
No.
Iran's IRGC issues a warning that they will target 18 U.S. technology companies if the U.S. continues targeted assassinations of Iranian leaders beginning on April 1st. Those companies include NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft.
Most of those people are dead already. Yeah, Peter?
There you go. Okay, Gunter Eagleman said major win. The Trump DOJ just took down one of the largest marriage fraud schemes in U.S. history. 11 people charged. Over 1,000 sham marriages. Chinese nationals paying up to $100,000 each to buy fake marriages and green cards. This wasn't some small-time operation. It was a multi-year, multi-million-dollar criminal industry designed to game the immigration system. Just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? There you go, George. Under the last administration, this kind of fraud ran wild. Under this one, they're finally getting arrested. Enforce the law, end the scams. Sounds good. There you go. Chinese nationals paying $100,000 to buy fake marriages and green cards. You're copping it from everywhere. Oh, they just got to shut they may have closed the southern border, but they've got to stop the northern one too. So Canada's going to get involved sooner than you think, I think. Okay, I just got to have a drink of water before I start coughing. Hang on a sec. Eric Doherty said it's official. By the stroke of a pen and flanked by RFK Jr., President Trump establishes a new US vaccine schedule that decreases the number of jabs from 72 to 11 and spreads them out over multiple visits rather than pumping the child all at once. That's a big one in my book. Maha is alive and well. Do you have a choice? That's what I'd like to know, whether to get them or not.
This is your executive order on establishing gold standard vaccine recommendations, sir. As previous speakers have indicated, this is going to establish essentially a new vaccine schedule that is fully informed by the research and data that we have from HHS and NIH and other aspects of the government. It also takes a very hard line on some of the more paternalistic issues that we've been talking about here, sir, in terms of infringing on parents' religious liberty, or really just parents' ability to make decisions for their children. So as Heidi said, this is a very big deal. We're not waiting for anyone else to take action, as you do so often, sir. We're just going ahead and doing the right thing based on all of the best available research to ensure that America's parents and children are being as best protected by the federal government as they can be.
Very good. Thank you very much.
He did say Christian exemptions and, that's the kind of thing, so there must be. If you don't want it, you don't have to get it.
Okay. That's a big one in my book.
It is. That's much better, especially if he's given back the parents the choice to get it done or not. I really believe that. Okay, Gunther Eagleman said Trump is winning the Strait of Hormuz. Iran claims no ship can pass without their permission. The reality is, oil flowing out of the Gulf is now higher than before the conflict. US Navy is running escorts. Pipelines in the UAE and Saudi Arabia are expanding fast. American energy exports are at record levels. Iran played its last leverage card too soon and it's not working. The line of steel is holding. Hold the line of steel. Okay, the USA has total control over the Strait of Hormuz. What was that? Yep, okay. Cool. Yep, I trust Trump. Q, the Storm Rider, said breaking Trump's board of peace, not in everything, but like most things. Breaking Trump's board of peace set to replace the entire United Nations. America just cut off roughly $2 billion in funding. The bloated, corrupt UN is collapsing under its own weight. Trump is finally ending the globalist nightmare. Do you firmly support President Trump replacing the UN with his board of peace? Stay connected, next drop. Look, stay connected, the next drop. They say that all the time. But yes, he's going to replace the entire United Nations. Clandestine said it's all out in the open now. The US military will be exterminating all the deep state's assets around the globe. Islamic terror organisations around the globe, drug cartels, grub cartels in the Western Hemisphere. Any corrupt governments they partner with, etc., will be dealt with. Oh, here you go. Either diplomatically or militarily. If your government collapses overnight, When Trump said he was going to obliterate the deep state, this is what he meant. We are stabilising the globe by eliminating those doing the destabilising. We have allowed these terrorist organisations to run unchecked for too long, and Trump is putting a stop to it. No more drugs and human trafficking. The cartels are about to be exterminated. Dow Rapid Response said SecWar, designated terrorist organisations with partnered governments will be legitimate targets of the United States government with partner governments to include Colombia. Yeah, not just Colombia. Oh, you got to understand, I reckon our governments are involved in some of this trafficking, whether it's drugs, arms or people. I do believe they are somehow involved. Alexandra Marshall said Australian police have not followed up on the students caught on camera calling for the murder of Pauline Hanson during that protest I showed you yesterday. If this was for a Greens or Labor senator, the police would be acting. The protest organisers would be investigated. That's because the government owns the police and the police just look after the government now. Everyone should know that. The protest organisers would be investigated, but because it's Pauline Hanson, our law enforcement do nothing about active threats of political violence. Where is Albanese? Why don't you grow some balls and defend Pauline against politically motivated violence? Because he's a weak little man. He wants it to happen. How else can he stay in power except with immigration and promising them the world, and breaking Australia while he's bloody doing it? Bro said, I expect these students to be charged with making threats to Pauline Hanson across all Australian states and territories, making a threat involving severe violence or death whether spoken in person, sent via text or email, or communicated through actions. It's a criminal offence. Because, listen to this. Are you ready? These are the threats.
I'm at the students' protest against Pauline Hanson. Let's hear what they have to say.
Do you guys, what would you do if Pauline Hanson were here today?
I'm not. I would fucking. I'd shoot her. I would fucking hit her. I'd run and her. It's like, beat her the fuck up. Kill her. Kill her. Boo, boo, boo. I don't even slap the shit out of that fucking bitch. Fucking for everybody. Beat that shit. Fuck Pauline Hanson. Eat my ass. Eat my ass. She said.
Aston, do you believe that Pauline Hanson is a fascist?
Oh, well, 100%.
What do you think the punishment for that fascism should be?
I'll bring back the guillotine, I think.
Guillotine? Isn't that a bit ironic?
Yeah.
That she's a fascist, but you're the one who wants to kill your political enemies?
Yeah, definitely. That is definitely ironic.
So would that make you a fascist?
Possibly.
Were you encouraged by your teachers or anyone to skip school today to come to the protest?
Listen, okay, not in a...
Oh my God. This looks like theatre. I'm sorry, but it looks like theatre. Okay.
legal sense. They didn't directly encourage it, but they did not discourage it. Oh no, you're sick. God, it's so unfortunate. A whole class is unwell. No class today.
But they were happy for you to go?
Oh, very much. I got a lovely note from my music teacher.
I don't know if this is a hickey or what it is, whether it's a birthmark or someone's kissed him, but he's got a set of lips on the other side. Yeah, okay.
Saying, oh, thank you. I'm assuming everyone who's not here is at the protest. Love you guys. And work extra hard for me.
Yeah, I came out here. It was pretty fun.
So you're just here to skip school?
Yeah, I guess.
Do they know the fascists are also socialists? I think that's one thing they've missed during all this. They're calling Pauline Hanson a fascist, but the fascists were socialists, which is what they're calling for. That's okay. I am speechless. I'm speechless. Okay? Peter Sweden said a fourth former police officer has now been arrested in connection with the Rotherham grooming gangs in Britain. This just gets worse and worse. A fourth former police officer has been arrested in connection with the grooming gangs in Britain. Just let that sink in for a minute. Okay, Mel Gibson said Sydney police physically clearing Muslims praying on public streets. Support it or call it overreach? Be honest. I support it. But I'm wondering, is this the same footage from ages ago or is this a new one? This looks like a new one, actually. I don't know. It might have been an old clip and Mel Gibson might just be sharing it now because it is from one day ago. Yep. No, I support it. I fully support it. Please, get them off the street. There should be no call to prayer and there should be no bloody praying in the streets and blocking traffic and whatever they feel like. No. They don't do it in their own countries. They don't pray on the streets. They do it as a show of force. That's what they do. Okay, now Candace and Andrew Wilson had a debate. I'll probably read one or two things from that and then I'll go over onto the Gateway Pundit because there's some pretty interesting news over there too. Cat Turd said this is exactly how ridiculous she is. Babylon B said, Candace, if you don't count the video, the DNA, the murder weapon, ballistics, motive, text messages and multiple confessions, there is zero evidence against Tyler Robinson. That's pretty much it, okay? And this one, I thought I'd put this in because I agree with this. Amelia said people really don't know how to drive anymore. Why are you hitting the brakes every 5 seconds when there's literally nothing in front of you? Just take your foot off the gas and let the car slow down. The constant brake, gas is so effing annoying. How many people, it's called riding your brakes here in Australia, when you just ride the brakes. Get your foot off the bloody brake. I hate it when people do it. But I've noticed a lot of people can't drive. for shit. They can't drive, man. What's going on? Have we lowered the standards of our driving testing, or is it because we've just let Indians in and if they pass the driving test in their country, then they're okay to drive here? Because last time I checked, or last clip I saw of Indians getting their driver's license was driving 100 k's up a dirt road. That was about it. No reverse parking, no. And I've seen a lot of Indians just in bad situations, doing silly things. Or maybe there's just so many of them here now that you just, I don't know. A lot of them are doing silly things. Okay, anyway, that's my rant over. Fletch17 said, what do you say, DC? Truth. Imagine you have 25 years experience in your job. A new guy comes in with no experience and immediately begins running circles around you. You had your boss convinced there were legitimate reasons for not getting stuff done, and the new guy does it anyway. Imagine your resentment, fear and bitterness over potential loss of job and power. Now you know why Washington, D.C. hates President Trump. There you go. Because they have been doing nothing and then saying, I can't get the job done. We need more time. We need more money. Right? We can't get the job done in time, like all governments do, right? And now Trump's walked in and run circles around everyone, showing how much they didn't do, that they sat on their hands while getting paid for it. That's what they do. I swear to God, our governments are just in place to keep the standard just going, you know. Don't do anything. Just don't make us look bad. Just don't do anything and just keep this whole fraud money laundering scheme running. I don't know. That's what I think. It's just me again. Just my opinion again. Rose Smith said 6 years after George Floyd's overdose death, a full pardon for Derek Chauvin is being considered. He should be. We want our audience's honest opinion. Should it happen? Yes, it should. Because Derek Chauvin was already overdosing at the time. I mean, not George Floyd, not Derek Chauvin. George Floyd was overdosing and he asked to be put on the ground. Okay? He swallowed everything he had on him. He was overdosing. I don't know if that's true or not, swallowing everything you had on you, but I know he was overdosing, okay? Anyway. Hey, Peg's Place, how you going? Cliff, how you going? Drew Pavlou said, effing hell, this young Aussie guy, Oliver Conroy, was just murdered in my city by a pack of teenagers and I had mutual friends who knew him. This hits so close to home. The murder took place just half an hour from where I live and I had 6 mutual friends with the murder victim on Facebook. 27-year-old Oliver Conroy was invited on a date by a girl he met on Tinder. He drove to the spot of the date and when a pack of teenage men carjacked him, then bashed him to death. Police have hidden the identities of the murderers because they are children. In reality, we know they're actually violent 17-year-old adult men who had the strength to physically bash someone to their death. We only have these photographs showing the family members of the accused as they came out of court. Sickening. What the hell is happening to Australia? What is happening to our country? Well, that pretty much says a lot. Of course. Guaranteed they're not from here. Elon Musk said who did it. Yeah, Australian people have the right to know. We'd like to know who did it. Name and shame them. They protect them. Our government, our media protect them by not showing their face. Timbo said, my neighbour just informed me that she'll begin homeschooling her 2 daughters from next Monday after seeing those ridiculous anti-Pauline protests last Thursday. She said it was the last straw after noticing the continual decline in the recent napalm results. Well, that's what it's like going to public school these days. Those napalm results. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Hands off Australia. What the hell? If the kids are united, they'll never be divided. Yeah, that screams organised. That really, yeah, it does. That's the best they can come up with, though. And threatening her. They should all be arrested, by the way. Yeah, Jake, I was talking about that yesterday. Elon, last time Elon said, how much is it? He bought X. He's asking that about England right now. Clandestine said at his speech today in a police academy in New York, Trump announced that he will be declaring the Strait of Hormuz a territory of the United States once he's finished with Iran. He does not appear to be joking either. He's serious. The US military will never allow terrorists to control the flow of energy or hold the world hostage ever again. Trump is locking up control of major energy choke points around the globe. We now control the Panama Canal. We have a recently enhanced military partnership with Indonesia and thus influence over the Strait of Malacca. And now Trump and the US military own the Strait of Hormuz. The entire board is being secured. Okay, let's have a little listen.
And after we finish...
Whoa, shit, that's loud.
...defeating Iran, which is being very badly defeated... pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States. Essentially, that's what we have the blockade. And after we finish...
Whoops. There you go. It's going to be the Strait of America, is it? The American Strait. MAGA voice said, I'm in tears. President Trump just walked out to a huge crowd of New York police officers chanting, USA, 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 with a massive standing ovation. Make America safe again. Let's have a listen. I want to hear this. Oh.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to...
I'm going to get in trouble for this.
From Detroit down to Houston, and
New York to LA. I've got to sing, otherwise they'll get me for censorship.
And it's time we stand and say,
USA, USA, USA.
to be an American,
where at least I know I'm free.
And I won't forget the men who died,
Who gave that right to me, and I'll at least stand up next to you. Okay. The White House said it's time for the people of New York to remind your politicians that their job is not to protect the criminals. Their job is to protect the good, hard-working people. President Donald J. Trump, stop protecting criminals, which our police and our governments and our courts need to stop doing in the rest of the world. But it's time for the people to New York to remind your politicians that their job is not to protect the criminals, okay? Contact them. Real Robert said, here it is. Steve Forbes, chairman and editor-in-chief of Forbes, says the goddamn Somali Ilhan Omar and her white husband are running a money laundering operation. Ilhan Omar's husband's investment firm was looked into. There are no records of them managing money, no clients. His investment firm, its DC headquarters, appear to share office space at a WeWork. There's no track record of his firm managing money, doing M&A deals, no clients we see, no investment deals, or any work it's done. They say they do work in 80 nations operating in. Well, this isn't making sense. There's no SEC registrations for them as investment advisors. What is going on here? I need a drink. This increasingly looks sketchy, both the winery and his investment firm. Yeah, the winery may not exist and the firm may just be a name only. It's amazing how people can go into Congress and then become these entrepreneurial investing geniuses where they come in. She had when they came in, I don't know, they had under $1,000 of net worth and her husband didn't have much. She. And suddenly now they're multimillionaires. Ilhan Omar, got to remember who we're talking about here. That $30 million came from sources that are illegal, period. Yes, Ilhan Omar, strip of all her money and send her back to wherever she come from, Somalia. Okay, Benny Johnson said Rep. Tim Burchett believes politicians like Ilhan Omar and AOC. I'm going to cough. Hang on one sec. I'm going to mute. Right. Tim Burchett believes politicians like Ilhan Omar and AOC are part of a foreign Soros-funded plot to infiltrate the government to destroy America. AOC did not happen by accident. Omar did not happen by accident. You've got some of these billionaires, whether it's Soros or some other liberal that hates America, but will run it into the ground and profit from it. When they ran Omar and AOC on their scale, they hit gold and a few of the others of the squad, and they were backed. They were backed by somebody, and they had somebody in there. They all had this little group together, and they were funded. It's a well-funded operation, according to Tim Burchett. Okay, Juanita Broderick said this dang activist judge got her ruling reversed by the Supreme Court. Hallelujah. Trump can now terminate Somali TPS, temporary protected status, deport all of them, including Omar. She tried to stop it, and she got overturned by the Supreme Court. There you go. Natalie, okay. Yes, this one, it's interesting. Natalie Jean Besner said Candace Owens just accidentally exposed Joe Kent as her leaker on the 12 Israeli cell phones that were at UVU that day. Yeah, Joe Kent. She's never said this before and has in fact claimed that Kent never leaked to her. But he did, because she first made this claim about cell phones back in the fall. Also in this clip, Andrew Wilson just completely exposed that Candace has zero evidence for her claim that Israel had a hand in murdering Charlie Kirk. Okay, now with that, look, you believe what you want, seriously, but I just think that people who watch Candace are going to find out the hard way. Okay. And you can't tell the people, they've got to see it for themselves. I mean, I've been trying for years. Many, many, many years to tell people. They've got to see it for themselves. Otherwise, they just look at you like you've got three heads. Okay. Ukrainian prosecutor Joe Biden fired for investigating Hunter's Burisma just exposed a $350 billion in the US taxpayer dollars meant for Ukraine going straight to globalist networks. The first time I read that headline, I'm like, Iranian prosecutor Joe Biden, what, they have a prosecutor called Joe Biden? Okay, former Ukrainian prosecutor, General Viktor Shokin. Remember Viktor Shokin? Official Joe Biden publicly threatened and forced out of office in 2016. Yeah, if he investigates Burisma, he's got to be fired. Otherwise, they don't get any money. Remember that? Joe Biden said that. Claims in his book, Biden's Corruption and War, the true story of the $1 billion prosecutor that hundreds of billions of American taxpayer dollars connected to Ukraine were recycled through political interests and globalist networks. Wow, they're getting paid in more ways than one, aren't they? These globalist networks were siphoning money off everywhere. According to a Blaze Media column citing Shokin's first-person account, massive sums of US aid intended for Ukraine were recycled through political and globalist networks. Holy cow. Wartime disorder allegedly facilitated trafficking of Ukrainian women and children. The book paints the conflict itself as a vehicle for enrichment. Wow. And arms deals were tainted by the corruption. Vehicle for enrichment and influence far beyond the battlefield. Yes, okay, this is coming back into the limelight again because it's all ties together. Things that have happened years ago and things that have happened now. While WNBA debates what is a woman, former NBA ballers celebrate eligibility. Oh, my God. Former SPLC CFO arrested on fraud charges for secretly funneling payments to white supremacist groups and more. There you go. The War Zone podcast with Wayne Allen Root, presented by the Gateway Pundit. Holy cow, there you go. Got another one. Just in, Democrat Massachusetts mayor arrested on fraud and money laundering charges, used $1.6 million in COVID loans as a personal slush fund to pay off his mortgages. Insanity. Oregon State requires 2 woke courses examining systems of oppression. Oh, that's not brainwashing at all, is it? Able child. Connecticut ended executions, but are the United sentenced to die? Are the untried sentenced to die? Okay, let's have a look at something interesting. Figures. Southern Poverty Law Centre executive was sleeping with prominent racist and paid his bills. Nice one, love. How stupid are you? Woke ex-Cambridge University professor once hailed as diversity's poster boy before massive plagiarism scandal ruined his career has been found dead. I wonder what's going on there. A far-left professor once hailed as a diversity poster boy before his career was ruined in a massive plagiarism scandal has now unexpectedly passed away. As the UK Telegraph reported, scandal-plagued Cambridge University professor Jason Arday was discovered dead on Friday after resigning his position earlier this month at the school over credible allegations that he plagiarised and lied on his resume. The paper notes that 41-year-old Arday was found unresponsive in South London and later pronounced dead. Next of kin have been informed and are being supported by officers. It was surprising, though not suspicious. Okay. At this time, the death is being treated as unexpected, but it's not believed to be suspicious. The case is being investigated by officers from the Met Central South Command Unit. A file will be prepared for the coroner. Do you believe them? I don't know. I don't know whether to believe them or not. Arday was once hailed as a poster child for DEI after becoming the youngest ever black professor at Cambridge in March of 2023. Outlets from across the world lavished him with embarrassing praise, calling him a superstar academic, a diversity poster boy, and even the world's most famous living sociologist. The Guardian notes that Arday delivered a speech at the 75th anniversary conference of the British Sociological Association, claiming that while conservative and right-wing activists have utilised a distinctive playbook to discredit black academics by accusing them of plagiarism and citation errors, Arday added that this was a cancer that must be eradicated from academia. Does that mean you want to get rid of all right-wing people from academia? And what if he was about to talk and maybe, someone suggested to do it to him, for him to do that, like just plagiarise, and he was about to talk and maybe he has been. I don't know if I trust Met Central South Command Unit. I don't know. Okay. Then his own examples of plagiarism were leaked. There you go. Cambridge University initially responded by saying that those accusing Arday of plagiarism were racist. Then on August 5th, they opened an investigation following the far-left Guardian's expose on Arday. And no thank you, I don't have to prove I'm human. I am a human. AI wouldn't make this many mistakes, as many as I do. Freedom from interest payments starts now, 0% to April, is it? What? APR? No, okay, it's just an ad for something. I thought it was.